Have you ever packed something away just for now and then discovered it 5 years later, still sitting exactly where you left it? It might be in a storage room, an overstuffed closet, or tucked in a box you forgot you even had. Over time, these little "I'll deal with it later" moments build up until the space you once enjoyed feels crowded and overwhelming. Sometimes it even costs money to keep things we don't use, and in many cases, too much storage can create safety hazards like tripping or straining to lift heavy boxes. In today's video, I'm going to give you a simple, repeatable way to decide if something should be kept, stored, donated, recycled, or let go, without guilt and without second-guessing yourself later. You'll learn 10 thoughtful questions that can help you make any item decision in under a minute. This method is gentle, it respects sentimental value, and it's especially designed with seniors in mind, keeping in mind comfort, safety, and energy levels. Before we start, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the practical decluttering tips we share here every week on Senior Declutter Co. Here's how the system works. As you go through each possession, ask yourself the 10 questions I'll share with you shortly. If the item fails 3 or more of those questions, it doesn't belong in storage. Instead, it moves toward a better purpose. Whether that's donating it to someone who will use it, selling it to put some money back in your pocket, recycling it so the materials are reused, or photographing it so you can keep the memory without keeping the object. This way, storage becomes a home for things you truly need and value, not a holding area for indecision. To make it easy, keep a few tools close by. A small decision card with the 10 questions printed on it, sticky notes for marking items, a sturdy donation box, a recycling bag, and a folder on your phone labeled Photograph and Release for sentimental keepsakes you choose to let go. This setup keeps the process simple and helps you stay focused. Fail 3 or more questions and it's out of storage. Pass the test and it gets a safe, accessible spot where you can find and enjoy it. This is how we start turning clutter into clarity, and in a moment, I'll guide you through the very first question. Before you decide to store something, ask yourself honestly, will I use this in the next 90 days? The reason this question matters is simple. Storage space is prime real estate in your home, and every inch you give to low-use items is space you're taking away from the things you actually reach for regularly. One of the most common mistakes is saying, I might need it someday, but someday often never comes. Here's the quick test. Can you name the exact date or event you'll use it for? Not a vague, maybe in summer, but a real, specific time. If you can't, it's probably not worth keeping in storage. Instead, consider donating it to someone who can use it now, selling it, or making a note of where you could borrow one if the need ever comes up. This keeps your storage space lean and purposeful, so every item you store earns its place. No specific use? Don't store it. Next, ask yourself, do I already own another one of these? Duplicates are sneaky because they hide in different corners of our home, and poor visibility makes us forget what we already have. This is how we end up keeping backups for our backups, wasting space without realizing it. The quick test is simple. Put your duplicates side by side. If you have 2 of the same tool, pan or blanket, keep the one in the best condition and release the rest. You don't need 3 potato peelers or 4 nearly identical sweaters. Adopting a one-in, one-out policy means that every time something new comes in, one old item goes out. It's a small habit that keeps clutter from quietly multiplying. The best one stays, the rest can serve someone else better. Before something earns a spot in your storage, check, does it work properly and is it safe to use? Broken, heavy, or unstable items aren't just wasted space. They can be real hazards, causing trips, falls, or even fire risks. One of the biggest mistakes people make is saying, "I'll fix it later." But later rarely happens. Here's the quick test. If you don't already have the repair scheduled this week, it's not going to be fixed anytime soon. Your options then are to repair it immediately, recycle it, or let it go. Storing broken items only delays the decision and keeps your home feeling weighed down. When your storage is full of safe, working things, you know that anything you pull out will be ready to use without worry. No scheduled repair? Release it. Here's a question that gets right to the heart of why we hold on to so many things. Would I buy this again today at full price? This one is powerful because it cuts straight through what's called sunk cost guilt. That's when we keep something, not because we truly want it now, but because we spent good money on it in the past. The truth is, the money is already gone, whether the item sits in storage or not. Holding on to it doesn't get your money back. It only takes up space and mental energy. The quick test is simple. Picture yourself in a store today. The item is on the shelf, full price, right in front of you. Would you take out your wallet and buy it again? If the answer is no, then it's not worth storing. Instead, you can sell it and put a little cash back in your pocket or donate it so it brings joy to someone else. Freeing yourself from sunk cost guilt makes your home lighter and your storage purposeful. Remember, sunk cost is not a reason to keep something. Another important question: does this item truly fit my life as it is today? Past versions of ourselves often leave behind clothes, equipment, and hobbies that no longer match the way we live now. Maybe it's a coat that's too tight, a set of golf clubs you haven't touched in years, or craft supplies from a hobby you've moved on from. We often keep these things for someday, or as reminders of who we used to be. But the reality is, storing items that don't fit your current body, home, or lifestyle only clutters your space and can even make you feel a little guilty every time you see them. The quick test: have you used it or worn it in the last 30 days? If not, be honest about whether it truly belongs in your present life. Keep the things that serve you now in the home and body you have today, and gift the rest to someone who can enjoy them. Supporting the you of today is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. Here's one that's often overlooked but makes a huge difference. Can you reach this item easily without straining yourself? If it's stored so high, you need a step stool, or buried so deep, you have to move 3 boxes to get to it. Chances are you won't actually use it. And for seniors, unsafe storage can be more than inconvenient. It can lead to serious injury. Heavy bins above shoulder height, awkward objects under low shelves, or things tucked into unstable stacks are all risks waiting to happen. The quick test is simple. Can you reach it with one hand while standing flat on the floor? No climbing, no stretching, no twisting. If you can't, it either needs to be moved to a safer, more accessible spot, or it's time to release it. Your storage should work for you, not against you, and every item you keep should be easy to find, safe to reach, and ready to use without a second thought. If you can't reach it, you probably won't use it. And if you won't use it, why store it? Before you tuck something away in storage, ask yourself, Do I have a legal or financial reason to keep this? Some items aren't just nice to have, they're essential for your security, identity, and peace of mind. Think about important documents like your ID, passport, tax records, medical files, warranties, property deeds, and wills. These aren't things you want to dig for when you need them most, and they definitely shouldn't be mixed in with random clutter. One common mistake is letting vital papers sit in piles alongside old receipts, magazines, or mail, making them easy to lose or accidentally throw away. The quick test, if it's an official record or proof of ownership that you can't easily replace, it needs to be stored properly. That means in a secure labeled file box or cabinet, and ideally with a scanned, backup saved, digitally, in a safe place. And just a quick note, different areas have their own rules about how long to keep certain documents, so it's worth checking your local guidelines. Keep the essentials and organize them so they're safe, easy to find, and never at risk of being lost in a pile. If you're finding these questions helpful, I think you'll really enjoy our companion video called The 15-Minute Closet Reset for Tired Shoulders. It's designed to help you quickly reclaim a cluttered space without strain, and it pairs perfectly with the method we're using today. You'll find the link on your screen and in the description below. And while you're here, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Senior Declutter Co, and tell me in the comments which of these questions has been the hardest for you to answer so far. I love hearing from you, and your feedback helps shape the tips I share in future videos. This one speaks to the heart. Does the item preserve a memory I can keep another way? Sentimental belongings are some of the hardest to part with because they remind us of people, places, and moments we don't want to forget. The trouble is, we sometimes end up keeping entire boxes of these items, boxes we never open, tucked in the back of a closet or attic. The memory is still there, but we're not experiencing it. It's just sitting in storage. The quick test is to ask, would a photograph of this item, along with one small memento, preserve the same feeling? Often, the answer is yes. You can take a clear photo, write down the story or the date, and keep one meaningful piece in a small memory capsule. This way, you hold on to the emotion without holding on to a pile of objects. By doing this, you make space for the memories to be revisited and enjoyed instead of buried in boxes. Remember, what matters most is the memory, not the mileage of the item itself. Sometimes we find ourselves holding on to entire collections, multiple teacups, stacks of nearly identical sweaters, or 5 versions of the same book, because we think every single piece has value. But here's the truth. Not all items in a group are equally special. That's why this question is so powerful. Is this the best version to keep? Your space is too valuable to hold every duplicate when just 1 or 2 can represent the whole collection beautifully. The common mistake is keeping the whole pile, thinking that more equals better, but it actually dilutes the joy of the best pieces. The quick test is to curate. Choose the top 1 to 3 items that truly make you smile or serve a purpose, and release the rest. Put your favorite on display where you can see and enjoy it every day, rather than letting it hide in storage. The rest can be donated, sold, or gifted to someone who will treasure them. Remember, curate, don't accumulate. This last question might be the simplest, yet it's one of the most important. Can I name its home right now? If an item doesn't already have a clear specific place to live, a shelf, a bin, a labeled drawer, it's almost guaranteed to become clutter within 48 hours. The mistake many people make is saying, "I'll find a place for it later," which usually means it will get left on a counter, shoved in a random box, or tucked in a corner where it's forgotten. The quick test: if you can't point to the exact spot it belongs without thinking, it shouldn't be stored. Your options are to define a proper home for it immediately, label that spot so it's easy to return, or let the item go entirely. Storage works best when every single thing has a home and everyone in the household knows where that home is. No home, no storage. It's that simple. If I could leave you with one simple rule to guide all your storage decisions, it would be this: if it doesn't serve the life you live this season, it shouldn't take your space this season. Our homes are meant to support the way we live right now, not the way we used to live years ago or the way we might live someday. And remember, letting go of something doesn't mean you're throwing away the memory that comes with it. You're keeping the memories that truly matter, visible, safe, and easy to revisit, instead of burying them in the back of a cupboard. This whole 10-question system is designed to make that possible. If an item fails 3 or more of the questions, it doesn't go into storage. It moves on to a better purpose. If it passes the test, it gets a safe, reachable home with a clear label so you can find it when you need it. Seasonal life means seasonal stuff, and when you keep only what fits your life now, you create a home that feels lighter, calmer, and more in tune with who you are today. Now, let's make this system easy to start. On day 1, print or write out your 10-question card and set up your 4 boxes or bags: 1 for keep store, 1 for donate, 1 for recycle, and 1 for photograph. On day 2, choose just 1 shelf or 1 drawer to work on, no more than 10 minutes. That's it. On day 3 and beyond, repeat the process 1 small section at a time, stopping as soon as you feel tired so you avoid decision fatigue. You don't have to do it all at once. If you want an extra boost, try doing it with a friend, neighbor, or adult child, even over a video call, so you have both safety and moral support as you sort. Keep a timer and a bottle of water nearby, and celebrate each small win you make. Step by step, your space will transform without stress or overwhelm. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 10 questions helped you make the quickest decision today? Leave your answer in the comments below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Declutter Co. for weekly senior-friendly decluttering frameworks, safety-first storage tips, and gentle solutions for sentimental items. We're here to help you create a home that supports the life you're living now in the easiest and kindest way possible. Thank you for spending this time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.